Hello my lovies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Khomotso Ramatlo, and here we are all about self-development, self-improvement, fashion, lifestyle, and everything that is in between. Let me just take this time to say thank you to our new subscribers. I see the family is growing. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for those who are commenting and liking the video. I appreciate you so much. As you may have seen from my previous video, I did say on my description box that I will be doing a detailed vision board reveal where I will be revealing what I have, what my vision board contains, and why I put the things that I put there. Before I move on with this video, let me just take this time to say thank you to my friends who actually honored my invite and made sure that they come. Thank you for showing up, you guys. I love you so much, and thank you for doing this live thing with me. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate it. Before we move on to sharing my vision board, I want to say that I was very skeptical of actually sharing this vision board with you guys until I actually put it in writing in my description box that I will be sharing it. So what made me skeptical was the hearsay, what people say. People will actually advise you not to show your dreams, your plans, your goals to the public or to people because people may have things against you. I may do things against you according to your vision board. But I do feel like I'm a Christian, I serve God, and my God is great. I don't need to be thinking negatively of everything that I'm doing, you know, or my dreams or my goals whenever I'm sharing. And I'm also not sharing to boast, but I'm also sharing to encourage those that need encouragement from this. There are people who don't even believe in vision boards or do vision boards because they just feel like the dreams are too far-fetched, and people who have vision boards are people who are successful or almost successful, and then if you are poor and from a disadvantaged background, there's just no point of actually having big dreams because you'll never reach them. I just want to encourage them from a point of a person who comes from a disadvantaged background. I live in the townships. I didn't go to Model C schools or multiracial school. I went to a public school. I have a degree and I'm not working at this point, but I'm self-employed. I'm actually a nail technician, and I'm a nail technician that has big dreams, you know, and I'm not gonna let my dreams die because I've had a few challenges in life or life just didn't go the way I actually wanted it to go, you know. I am gonna pursue my dreams. I am gonna stay resilient and fight to make sure that every dream I have is gonna come true. So I'm sharing this to encourage someone to say, I am currently disadvantaged. I don't want to lie to you and say I'm currently doing good. I'm currently disadvantaged, living in the township, having a degree that's not working for me at this point, and I'm self-employed. And you know that as a nail technician, you're actually not making a lot of money that will get you things that are tangible or big purchases, but we do try our best to make sure that life works at our advantage at the end of the day. Okay, so guys, this is my current vision board, and it consists of short-term, long-term, and medium-term goals. Let me just put that gashi. It consists of short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. So this is the vision board. I don't know where to start explaining my vision board, whether should I start here or start here, but anyway, I will just explain everything and tell you which ones are long-term or short-term goals. Now, this is my dream car. It's a Mercedes-Benz GLE, and I feel like since it's my dream car, it's a long-term goal because it's not a goal that I can actually achieve in 1 year or 2 years. It's a goal that I think to achieve that, I really need to put in some work. And because this is the current vision board, we're talking something about around 3 years or more. And then this is a mechanical engineer. I want to go back to school and study mechanical engineering. And here we have an employment contract. This is me saying that I will be employed, and then here we have money, and it says that this is my first million. It's a long-term goal. Also, this is a medium-term goal because it takes around 2 years. This is a long-term goal because right after this, then it's employment. And then we have a lean on God. This is an ongoing goal because it's a goal for now and forever. So I want to lean on God. And this is also a short-term goal. It's within a year. I want to reach 1,000 subscribers. So please make sure that you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, check if you subscribe. If I know some people will be watching and they're not aware that they're not subscribed, please just hit the subscription button and make sure that you are a part of our family. And then here we have a wedding picture. This says that I want to get married to my best friend, to the husband of my dreams at some point in my life. And then we have my son here and a mom picture. I want to be a present mom in my son's life. And this is a picture of food, which means that I want to learn how to cook. And then I have this side, a dentist. Now, this is because I would really like to see a dentist very soon to fix my teeth. And then we have a spa here. I do want to turn my nail bar into a nail spa. And then I have here my first car. This is not the actual first car that I want, but this is the car I got when I paged through the magazines. But I do want to have a first car, and this I consider it a short-term goal because I want to reach the goal in a year or a year and a half. And then here we have my dream house. I want a big house with many bedrooms, a swimming pool, a garden, a beautiful garden, and beautiful trees. So this is what my vision board contains at this present moment. I can always add on the vision board as I go, but at this point, this is what my vision board contains. And then we have a quote here, a biblical scripture that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This is just to motivate me whenever I feel like these dreams are far-fetched, that I need to understand that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then here we have another scripture that says, good planning and hard work leads to prosperity. With other versions, it continue to say, but hastiness leads to poverty. So this is to encourage me that I need to plan my life. I need to plan my goals. I need to plan everything, and I need to work hard to make sure that my dreams, my goals, my vision comes to life. In my previous video, we did ask a question of who do you look up to, and I feel like I didn't give myself off with that one. I didn't give enough information with that one, but I do want to say that I do look up to a collective of people. I look up to my spiritual leader, who is my pastor in my life, simply because she is a prayerful woman. She's a prayer warrior. She's authentic, gives real life experiences and examples whenever you come. She's also easily accessible, way more than other pastors that you would know. Some pastors, you can't access them at any time of the day, but with my pastor you can actually you do have access to her throughout the day. Emotionally, I look up to my mother. I feel like she is emotionally intelligent, she's wise, always positive, and sees things with both eyes rather than only positively or negatively. There are people who are like always positive, always negative, but with my mom is like, my mom is always positive, and she looks at things always with the possibility of positivity. And I like the fact that she's also a vulnerable person who is secure in herself. She knows that there's a time to cry, and if she doesn't like something, she will say that she doesn't like it. And when it's time for her to cry, she actually does it without even feeling bad about it, So I feel like it's vulnerability, and it shows strength that you are able to cry and not feel about crying because you know that didn't make you feel okay. And when it comes to my strength, I do want to say that I look up to my late grandmother, who actually raised me, simply because she was physically strong, number one, emotionally strong, and mentally strong. I was raised by my grandmother. My parents did parent me like long distance, but I personally was raised by my grandmother, and I've seen a lot of growth in her. I've seen her make sure that her house is clean all the times, that she attends this and that. She was a hands-on grandmother, and I appreciate her for that. And I appreciate her strength and the fact that she taught me not to entirely depend on other people, but to depend on the strength that God has given you, and depend on other people with other things. You know, she had a healthy way of depending on me. Sometimes she would understand that there are things that she can depend on me with, and there are things that she cannot. She has to do it herself and depend on herself only. If I do pitch up to help, then that's it. For an example, with cleaning, you know, when you are in school, you only have limited time to actually make sure that your house is clean. And even when she was 6, she would make sure that her house is kept clean. She would stand up on her 2 feet from the bed and make sure that that house is clean. By the time I come back from school, the house is squeaky clean. While I'm stressed when I'm coming back that I have too many homeworks, I have chores, and I have sports also. When I get home, I realize that the house is clean. Therefore, I'm only left with my chores and my sports activities. I also do look up to my father. That is because he's a disciplined person, a committed person, and a resilient person. I've seen him soar through life, if I can say, you know. When life gives him challenges, when life gives him lemons, he creates a lemonade, literally. That is my father. He's a disciplined person, a committed person, a reliable person, and a dependable person. Like, I can easily depend on my dad. And he's a reliable person because he's a dad that always makes sure that even in his absence, we have what we need to have in the house. And then I do look up to a few public figures, but the one person that stands out would be Connie Ferguson. I look up to her because of her fitness journey, number one. Number two, I look up to her because of her success, how it was built. I feel like her success was not a boom success, but she gradually built her success. That's why even now she's able to keep it together, because it was gradually built. We've seen her on our TVs growing up from having what she had at that time to having what she has right now. You would say that that's gradual growth, and I appreciate the fact that she's also a humble person. She never puts it out there on your face that she is successful. I feel like she's respectful and still humble, even in her successful being, you know. I also look up to Mpumile Dwaba, your Snake Ukuletu, a whole lot of other content creators who actually made a way to be successful in whatever that they actually have. Mpumile Dwaba, I like her simply because of her 5 a.m. rule. That girl, when she starts speaking and says, I wake up at 5 a.m. each and every day, I'm like, God, where does she get the strength? Because I know with myself, I had to work on a lot of things to make sure that I had to work on that, you know. I had to work on making sure that I'm able to wake up early in the morning. I don't wake up at 5 a.m., but I do now wake up early in the morning, not like before when I used to wake up at 10 a.m., at 9 a.m. Right now, I make sure that 7 a.m. I'm already up and doing something, you know. So I really appreciate her for that. I appreciate the fact that she also taught us that when you wake up at 5 a.m., by the time it's 12 p.m., you would have already done a lot of important things. Let me say, by the time it's 12 p.m., you would have already done a lot of important things. So by the time it's 12 p.m. and you are tired, at least you have those little things that are left behind, but they are not important. So you may have that little strength to actually continue with them. Sineguguletu, I also appreciate you. I also appreciate her. She doesn't watch my channel. Why am I saying I appreciate you? I just want to say that I appreciate her for being open to us about her background, because sometimes when you look at someone from a camera point, you see us with makeup and you start assuming that a person is successful, as a person is living the life. Only when they start actually opening up and saying that this is not where they actually come from, but they come from humble beginnings and they gradually grew their craft, they gradually grew into being the people that they are. I really appreciate that kind of honesty and that kind of openness. We have now reached the end of the video, and thank you so much if you've watched up to this far. Please just make sure that you are a subscriber and you comment down below if you really liked this video. Please comment down below motivation, or motivate if you want me to do more of these videos that motivate people. And also leave a heart next to your motivated just to comment. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you loads. Stay blessed.